that will be watching this in the fullness of time. Today, I want to make a little bit of a video to follow up on the video I made about a month ago about how bond auctions work. Today, I will tell you how bonds and people buying and selling bonds can actually change and do actually change the interest rates. I want to explain this before I mention what happened last Wednesday when we are told that the Federal Reserve lowered interest rates by 0.25%. It may come as a surprise and somewhat of a shock for you now to be told by me that actual fact in the 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today's Monday trading sessions, interest rates went up each and every one of those 4 days. And you might say to yourself, what is this fellow talking about and how did that happen? Alrighty, well, I will explain it to you and make it so simple that anybody can understand this. Remember, when you're talking about financial markets and people on TV, they will like to speak in somewhat of a gobbledygook, and nobody can really understand what they're saying unless they're trained in that field or whatever, and that, of course, is by design. When we talk about treasury bonds, we know that the national debt of the United States is $37.5 trillion. All of those things are IOUs or US Treasury bonds. So there is $37.5 trillion of Treasury bonds in existence that are bought and sold each and every day, every minute while the trading day is in progress, over and back in the untold billions of quantities, quite a lot of them anyway. All right. Let's say a person has purchased a bond that was paying 5%. He would have given $1,000 for that bond, which means at 5%, he is paid back every year $50, which is 5%. And at the end of the bond's life, it is redeemed for face value of $1,000. And that is what 5% on a 10-year bond equates to. Now, let's say, for example, that this fellow is short of money and he wishes to sell his bond. And he's going to go to the market and says, I've got a 10-year bond, it is paying 5%. The coupon that's paid every year by the government is $50. And I would like to get $1,000 for this bond. To his dismay, nobody will give him $1,000 for that bond. And to his even greater dismay, he must sell it then at 900. Let's say he sells it at $900 for the bond. Now that's a big drop, it's 10%, but for the sake of argument and the sake of explanation, I'll have it drop 10% in value. So he's forced to sell his bond for $900. Now remember, the bond pays $50 per year. That does not change in any manner whatsoever. It's always going to pay $50 a year for the 10 years, but the guy has paid $900 for it. So he is getting a much better interest rate, much higher interest rate anyway, whatever, but better interest rate. He is getting, in effect, 50 divided by 900. So 9 sevens 49,